Hey everybody, and welcome back to today's video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you all 10 things I wish I knew before I started playing Animal Crossing. Whether you are a new player to Animal Crossing or you're just curious as to things I would have done differently, keep watching and I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so the first thing I would do differently is be careful what island you choose. Make sure that when you are choosing an island, that you're choosing an island that is kind of far from resident services. I'll put some pictures up on the screen so you can see what I mean, because if you're planning on building a big extravagant entrance, it's not going to be possible if resident services is literally 2 feet from your entrance. Again, I'll put up some pictures of my island and what I've done. As you can see on the first island I did, which was the Tropicore Island, my entrance was so close, but on my City Core Island, Maplewood, I made sure to make it a little bit further away. So that's just something to keep in mind if you're going to make a big extravagant entrance. Okay, number 2 is set a theme. Something that I did not do when I created my first island was pick a theme. So what happened was I named the island Aulani because when I thought of Animal Crossing, I thought of like, an island, right? This is what it is. We're living on an island. So I went immediately to kind of the idea of a Hawaiian theme. However, I didn't realize that Animal Crossing themes existed because I was such a noob at the game. But I later realized that there actually were themes. And so eventually it became a Tropicore Island. But what happened was because I didn't have a theme set, none of my villagers matched and it was just a disaster. So make sure that you have a theme set before you start building your island so you know what villagers to get, what to name your island, and all the other things. Number 3 is you can't change your island name. This kind of goes with the last one, but what happened was I named like the island Aulani, and then I could never change it to be a different kind of island because the name was such a like kind of Tropicore theme. So make sure that you're set on a theme because that can help with the name of your island, if that makes sense, because you can't change it. Once you have a name set, you cannot delete it unless you just like restart the whole game, which you don't want to do. Number 4 is put all villager homes on the beach, including your own. So basically, whenever you get into the game, your villagers will ask you to help them place their house. I recommend putting it on the beach because what will happen is once you unlock terraforming and the shovel and the axe and everything, you can just chop down all the trees, make your island flat, do everything you need to do, and you won't have villager homes getting in the way, because I'm pretty sure for the first little bit you're not able to move houses and it's a pain to try and decorate around those houses when you don't want them there, if that makes sense. So definitely make sure that you put all your villager homes, including your own, on the beach. Number 5 is make sure that everything is flat and do terraforming. So after you unlock the shovel, the axe, all of the tools, and you have terraforming, I recommend start with doing your rivers and kind of dig rivers where you want them. Again, I'll put up inspo photos. I didn't do that on my first island, which meant my rivers were very everywhere, and that's fine if that's what you want to do, but if you want a symmetrical look, definitely make sure to do your terraforming first, including cliffs and all of that, and also make sure that your entire island is flat. This way you will be able to build so many things and not have to worry about trees getting in the way, and then of course you can add those things later on. Okay, number 6 is put all your items on the beach. This kind of goes with where to put your villager homes, but really making sure that all items you receive are on the beach will help you to know where all your items are when you're ready to decorate something, but will also help you to not have like so many things in your way when you're trying to decorate, and it's something that I have found to be very helpful. Okay, tip number 7 is to do your entrance first, because then it will kind of give a feel for your island, because when people come to your island, that is the very first thing they see. So I 100% recommend doing your entrance first to kind of inspire your island, and I think it just really helps you to know where you're going to put everything. Okay, so tip number 8 is making villager neighborhoods is cute, but it's also very hard. On my first island, I made villager neighborhoods, and that was before I time traveled. It literally took me like 2 weeks to just get the villagers' homes in a straight line. So if you are gonna do that, make sure you time travel or have the commitment to do it, because I'm gonna be honest, it is so difficult. It is cute, but I think there's also cute ways to do it without doing a neighborhood. So it just your choice. Tip number 9 is time traveling isn't a bad thing and can save you days of hard work. When I first started my island back in like late 2020, I did not want to time travel. I was scared to death. I didn't understand how it worked, and I was so worried I was going to do something wrong and completely destroy my island. But I started trying it about a year ago, and it has completely changed the way I play the game. Are you supposed to play the game that way? No. However, it really is amazing and does work. So I definitely recommend doing it. However, obviously watch videos to figure it out. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It just helps you to speed up the progress of a lot of the game, which is helpful, especially if you've already played and this is like your second or third island. It's definitely helpful. Tip number 10 is be picky about the fruit, airport color, and starter villagers you want. A lot of people, if they have the time and the patience, they typically will, get on an island, and if they don't like the villagers they have, then they will just like restart, because you will know your villagers like the first 5 minutes of the game, and honestly that's the best thing to do. And that's why picking a theme is so important early on, because you should already know kind of what villagers you want. So like for instance, if you get a cow villager and you are building a tropicore island, you're most likely not going to want a cow villager, and depending on how rare they are, you might say, oh, okay, maybe I'll keep this around and get rid of them later or whatever, but just be picky about that. Obviously, there's tons of different fruits in the game. Oranges aren't very rare, but like peaches are. So if you have more of a rare fruit or whatever, and with airport color, it's just really preference and your favorite color. But honestly, be picky about those things, because you can't redo it once you're really far into the game, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to delete your island. So, first 5 minutes of the game, you'll know all those details, so it's better then to restart than do it later. Okay, and your bonus tip is having less than 5 stars doesn't mean your island isn't beautiful. And on my first island, I knew nothing, absolutely nothing, and so I was constantly doing what Tom Nook and Isabel asked me to do. Like, if I didn't have 5 stars, like, my island meant nothing, is what I thought. But what I quickly learned is that sometimes in order to make your island look really pretty and really fun, then you have to do things that Tom and Isabel don't want you to do. For instance, you might have to like throw items around, and they might say your island has too much clutter. And that's fine, honestly. If your goal is to have a 5-star island, then go for it. But if you're going for just looks, don't really follow what they say, because it really just doesn't matter. But of course, that's everybody's preference. But that's honestly what I think, is it doesn't really matter if you have a 5-star island as long as you like it. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and you maybe learned something, or you had fun hearing what I would have done differently. Here is a super cute picture of Raymond and Sherb, the kings of Maplewood. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. Link will be down in the description box below, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye, guys.